everybody. Welcome into game one of the recap here. Jets in a rainy day playing host to the Broncos. And we'll see if they get the ball first, how they manage in this monsoon condition. That's a great start. Drake London, 28 yards and a touchdown. Jets, Drake London. They do miss the extra point. So, an opening for the Broncos as Nico Collins gets them rolling. First down inside the 30, 3rd and 2. They pick it up. Now a 3rd and 8 at the 16, they don't quite get it. Will they go for the field goal or go for it? They take the field goal, 6-3 game, and a penalty, but they got a turnover, so a penalty on the offense I would have to assume then, and they get a touchdown at the back of it. Quentin Jerry Rice Johnson with the touchdown. But Jets answer with a nice little start to the drive, 3rd and 10, and they get it, so they're into field goal range. 3rd and 4, and they pick it up inside the red zone. They go 1st and goal at the 1 after the James Conner grab, loses a couple yards the next play. 3rd and goal from the 1 and into the end zone. James Conner punches it in. 13-10 game. Broncos looking to get the lead back, and they pick up a 3rd down right at midfield and a big play. Aeneas Smith, 29 yards, now inside the 10. 3rd and 1. They don't get it. Will they go for it here? They will not. So back to back, 4th and shorts inside the red zone. They do not go for. Um, you got to think you would have gotten one, but either way, they settle. Now the Jets 2-minute warning hit and touchdown Adonai Mitchell. So just over a minute 30 for the Broncos. They're going to take a sack first, 3rd and 5. They don't pick it up. Punt to the Jets, who are not going to have the time. So Broncos down a score, but get the ball first, and they do nothing with it. Punt away. The Jets look to put and a fumble. So as I say, look to put them away, but another short field for their defense. Can they respond and hold them to a field goal? 3rd and 2. Oh, and they couldn't get off the field there. Quentin Johnson gets down to a 1st and goal. 2nd goal at the 1. Touchdown Broncos. Johnson his second of the day. So 2 touchdowns off turnovers in deep in their own territory. And now we'll see if the Jets can steady the ship here. 1st and goal from the 3. Looks to be doing just that. Touchdown Jets. James Conner's second of the day. 3rd and 6. And it is picked up. Denver. And a long touchdown. Nico Collins, 39 yards. Ends our third quarter off. 27 all. The Jets offense got to keep their foot on the gas. 3rd and 5. And a big play. The gas pinned to that metal for this whole game. But interception. A third turnover by the Jets. This one is going to have to go the length of the field for the Broncos. But another big swing from this defense. 3rd and 8, and they cannot pick it up. They punt away down to the 2. So, and a fumble again, a 4th turnover by the Jets as the Broncos in a short field this time. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they get into the end zone. Nico Collins, his second of the day. And so now the Jets have got to put up 6. 4th and 9. Will they go for it? They get it. That's a big conversion. Drake London gives them a chance. 2-minute warning hit. 3rd and 10. They get a 1st down inside the 50. All right, we're using too much clock. We'll jump in. Need a touchdown to tie this up. All their timeouts, but they got to deal with the monsoon. And complete. That's Cup. Timeout called. My audio's cutting in and out, but that's okay. You guys won't hear it anyway, most likely, because you guys never really hear any of the audio difficulties I have. May out wide. He's got a completion. He falls, but he gets a good cut inside, but uses a ton of time to get no yards. So I think he'd rather have gone down early. Gonna have a timeout call by the Jets, please. Wait, hold up. Oh, I didn't even see that. I was not looking up. So they call. He's definitely down though. So we're gonna get a booth review here. That could have been a 5th turnover. Is crazy, but doesn't. I don't think we're gonna get that. Oh, so it's still Jets ball. And they have to call the timeout, obviously. So 13 seconds remain. They have 2 plays, maybe 3, depends on incomplete passes, out of bounds, all that. And range motion to empty. 1-on-1 top of your screen with Denzel Ward. They don't go to it. And they do underneath. He's going to catch and run, get him down to the 11-yard line. And from here, you have 2 plays, if you're quick, into the end zone, but nothing else. They send the blitz. May's rolling out. He's going to take the sack, and that's going to be the game. A huge surprise blitz by the Broncos is going to win the game for them. And that's a ballsy call, and the Broncos get back to 500. A huge road win in a game where their defense continued to deliver for them all the way down to the last snap. What a game by the Denver Broncos. And really, I mean, the Jets weathering all those turnovers obviously is fantastic, but no, just crazy that they did have so many. Um, we'll look into the stats here. Obviously, May throws the 1 interception, so that does mean there was 3 fumbles in the game. That's just unacceptable. There's no way around it. Darnold had an excellent day, though. Not trying to take away from him. 2 fumbles by James Conner and 1 by Gus Edwards. So not even May. Like in sack, it's all running backs fumbling the ball. Probably the weirdest day. I have never seen so many fumbles by running backs. But London, Nico going crazy. Quentin Johnson also gets the 2 touchdowns. But yeah, everyone takes a turn recovering and forcing the fumble. But that'll do it. I mean, what a game. Peanut punch everywhere for the Broncos, and they pull off the win here. For the Jets, I mean, you don't think you're going to fumble the ball 3 times in very many games and give away 2 touchdowns outright. Might have been 3 touchdowns outright from it, so yeah, you don't think it's going to happen very often. But that'll do it. What a game to start off a recap. Alrighty, here we are in game number 2, Seattle heading to Jacksonville to take on the Jags. Seattle gets a win last week. The Jags also get a win last week. Both teams finally getting off the schneid, and now one of them's got to jump right back on it. Penix going to be sacked by Cam Jackson, and they will not score points on their opening drive. It's in the sacks that have really killed the Seattle team, and that rears its head once again. Geno Smith cooking to start this drive, but he's going to settle for a punt. So the rain playing a part in these teams not attempting a long kick, I would imagine, as the Seahawks marching once again, leaning on Bijan Robinson to get to the end of the first quarter. 3rd and 10. They get it offsides. But 3 straight incompletions from Penix. You'd have to imagine they do not. They're not even kicking 50-yarders, dude. That's crazy. How bad is these conditions right now? If we're not kicking 50-yarders, man. Jesus. All right. Well, these offenses are not doing too much. Thanks a little bit to the elements, though. So we'll see if they can put up some points. All right, they're not managing the clock very well, so we're going to jump in. They are running the football, as well as not using their timeouts. So that's always fun. It's always good. 38 seconds left. 2 timeouts inside the 30. Penix. He's going to try to run for it. He steps up, and he just gets his receiver laid the fuck out. That's a tough look. All right, 3rd and 4. And there is a completion, but he cannot get turned upfield because of assuming the elements there. So I don't really want to watch this kick, so we're going to skip that. But, I mean, Metcalf gets him 3 yards, should be a 40-yard kick. And it didn't show it to me, but they added the point, so it's good. 3-0 game. So points scored this half. Jags with the ball to start. Look to get a lead. And they get a 1st and 10 up to the 30. And now they're inside the red zone, so you got to think points are on the table here. 3rd and 10, and they don't get it. And the missed field goal, just straight up missed too. So, I mean, the Elements definitely playing a role. As the Seahawks can look to take a 2-score lead. They are moving well, but they stall out once again. 3rd and 2, big opportunity. And they get it on the ground. 3rd and 7, though, so I guess they're really not that much improved. All right, they're going to settle for another field goal here, another 40-ish yarder, and it is good again. So, ugly game as the Jags get a penalty to move them way up the field. 3rd and 11 and 4th and 11 to end our 3rd quarter. Will they take the kick? They will not. They punt again from the 30, 5-yard line. So, not a great day for any of these special teams units right now, and no one has confidence in them. 3rd and 7, they pick it up inside the 40, and a fumble by Geno Smith, still recovered by them. They're going backwards. 3rd and 18, and they get it inside the 30. 2nd and 12, 3rd and 5, 1st and goal inside the 10. Geno gets them a 1st and goal. Can they take the lead here? Another penalty gets them another first down, and they do get into the end zone. Geno Smith rushing touchdown, 7-6 game, and an interception thrown right away. The Jags can look to put the game away. 1st and goal and a touchdown. Travion Henderson, they get the extra point. 3 minutes for the Seahawks. And they get the 4th down conversion. 2-minute warning hit here. They're marching. 1st and 20 after a penalty. And they get in the end zone. Will they get the 2-point conversion? 12 seconds remain. They do get it. Overtime we go here in this game. So both offenses came alive at the last possible second. But kicking extra point or kicking field goals to win this game is going to be tough. You got to get inside the 25. Feel good about that. 3rd and 10. They do not get it. Will they take the kick? And they make it. Another 40-plus yarder for Richard. This one's 46. So the longest kick of the day so far we've seen go in. Jags are marching. 3rd and 10. They stop just short. This would be field goal range, but will they take it? They get a sack. It's over, right? Or that was only 3rd down. Sorry. Sack. Yeah, it is over. Yeah, Seahawks win it 17-14. An ugly game, but a fun one for at least us sitting here watching. Neither quarterback having the game to remember. Steven and Ray Bijan's obviously awesome. 5.7 carry. Got to lean on him more in these games. Neighbors was great. Calvin Austin leads the way on the other side. Obviously Dallas Turner. Wow, Cam Jackson, second half. Cam Jackson has had himself just an excellent start to his rookie year. Truly has been a difference maker for this team on the edge. So happy for him to get another sack and a half today. Abdul Carter forced a fumble. It was not recovered. And that will do it. So nice ugly game. We'll keep rolling. Right, here we are in Baltimore. Rams heading on the road to take on the Ravens. Ravens reeling a little bit as a team. They really could use a big week, and it gets started here with a big play to Marvin Harrison Jr. So a hot start for this Ravens team. See them get in the end zone. 1st and goal, they will. Devon Achane gets on a touchdown to put him on the board first. The Rams haven't been faring too much better for their part. They are at least on a little bit of an upswing after getting their first win, but they do need to go on a run, so would love to start that today. Touchdown run by Caleb Williams evens things up. But penalty going to get them started hot. Van Ness has been a penalty machine this season. That's another roughing the passer call. And not that it mattered too much. Ravens waltz in with ease, 14-7. And the Rams will go 3-and-out, so not looking great. But they get a big 3rd down and inches stop. So some opportunity here. A 3rd and 2 after the 2-minute warning. They don't get it. So some opportunity for Baltimore. They do get the first down and get out of their own end zone. So they get the ball to start. They go 3-and-out. So Rams are hanging in there, but their offense has got to wake up. That's a shitty punt. Plays Campbell getting a sack and doesn't quite enough to stop them, as the Rams are on their back feet, on their heels, on the back foot, all between the expressions. Ravens jump out to a 2-touchdown lead. So I mean, it's not looking great for the LA Rams. But they can put up points here, and they do. Tyler Boyd, 27-yard touchdown run, or reception, sorry. They got to get a stop here, though, 3rd and 7, and they do get the stop. Rams with a chance to tie things up. They're going to start going backwards, though. They do not get the stop, and they give the ball back in short field, but another sack. Nick Benito getting in there. They don't get the stop again. Another big sack undone, as this will be enough to end the game here. Touchdown Ravens. They go up by 2 scores. Didn't get to see. I guess I can jump out and see who it was. Lamar Jackson touchdown run. So that's going to be enough to ice the game. Didn't even convert anyway. So Ravens do take this one pretty comfortably. Get back to 500. A game they really needed. So they are able to capitalize on just, being the more talented team overall. HN Nice job on the day for him. Boy getting the only touchdown, only 2 grabs for him. I would like to see him get more involved. Newman 13 tackles. Nick Benito the only full sack of the day. And that'll do it. So, see you guys in the next game. Alright, here we are with our next game. Miami looking to continue their supremacy over everybody that isn't in the AFC East, taking on the Chargers, who have a marquee win on the year against the Giants, but have overall struggled. So, even in that game, they struggled to an extent. That game was a struggle bus all around. So, we'll see if they can get back on track against this Dolphins team. And they're going to start by forcing a field goal. Now, he does get points on the opening drive, which is always a plus. Gabe Davis, 26 yards. Another bomb to Khalil Shakir inside the 10. 3rd and 2. And intercepted. Jerome Baker takes it back to the 14 as well. What a flip of the script here in this game. And Miami can open up a 2-score lead. And they do. Xavier Worthy, 31 yards. He had a huge week last week. Put up 4 touchdowns, maybe? I don't know. He had a bunch of long touchdowns, I remember. Anyway, they get a stop too. So the interception on the goal line by Jerome Baker has turned this game into a very different one than was looking like we were gonna get. Um, Penalty by the Chargers as well. 2nd and 5 after another penalty. They get a first down. Now they're inside the 10. Golden. Oh, it was Golden at the big game. Sorry. My brain half works. As the Dolphins open a 17-0 lead, Chargers have got to answer here, and they get a first down to midfield. Gabe Davis to grab 3rd and 12 after the sack, and they don't pick it up, so they could not find an answer. Dolphins can take even firmer control of this game. They are unable to pick up the 3rd and 10. They punt it back to the Chargers, who do not have the time. They should have not even take their last time out, and they go 3 and out. So I mean, they just cannot find the groove. Luckily, their defense is starting to step up. Only need a couple first downs to get into point range. There we go, down to the 20. Red zone trip again. 1st and goal. Last time, obviously, Jerome Baker came up big on that 3rd down. What will they do on 3rd and goal from the 1? And they will get a false start. Brian Robinson, 3rd and goal from the 6, and they do not get in the end zone. Will they go for it? They go for it and do not get it. Miami with another stop and a long touchdown. Najee Harris, a 95-yard touchdown run. Another flip of the script by Miami. A goal line stand leading directly to a touchdown. This one on a long run by Harris. So Chargers now completely, long shot odds here. They go 4 and out in Dolphins territory. Dolphins are just going to look to run this clock out. A fumble actually. So some life, but I don't think it's going to be enough. This Dolphins defense is playing some excellent football right now. Jermaine Johnson gets another sack. 3rd and 16 after a Bosa sack. They get a field goal, 27-0, as the Chargers go 4 and out. Dolphins are going to put up more points here. 3rd and 2 at the 4. 2-minute warning hit, down to a 1st and goal. They can kneel us out if they want to, but they don't want to at all. Touchdown, 34-0. Chargers gonna have a minute, and they will not get in the end zone. A dominant performance by the Dolphins. Truly amazing stuff by them. 34-0. Suffocating defense, and a good performance from Tua as well. Harris gets a 95-yard touchdown run. Outside of that, it was still good. So, what more can you ask for? A lot of rushing touchdowns spread around as well. Shakir and Gabe Davis do have nice days. Davis does get hurt. A team that really couldn't afford those. Sacks, Brown and Manu struggling. Wilkins is Healer, 2 tackle for losses each. Jermaine Johnson gets 2 sacks. A lot of people with sacks. Jerome Baker, the interception. Stingley gets a pass to play, or 12 pass deflections. Baker and Landry forced fumbles. Landry the only one to recover. And no blocks, no safeties, no touchdowns. So that will do it. What a game by the Miami Dolphins. We'll see you in the next one.
Alright, everyone. New day. Back in on the games. Steelers playing host to the Browns. Debut of Dak Prescott. And they will start with the ball. And they will go 3 and out. The more things change, the more things stay the same in Pittsburgh, huh? Cleveland moving the ball well to start. Big play. Donovan Peoples-Jones, the guy they hate, but the guy who is their GOAT. 3rd and goal from the 7. They get in the end zone. Nick Chubb, touchdown grab. So Pittsburgh going to need to answer here. And finally some movement. Oh, then a holding penalty. Because why not? Oh, a big penalty. Quinion Mitchell, a pass interference. 1st and 10 from the 10. And touchdown. Jamison Williams, the grab. Dak gets his first touchdown as a Steeler. Second quarter starts. Browns looking to answer, and they cannot. So, chance for the lead here for Pittsburgh. They pick up a 3rd and 7. Now we're going to be a 3rd and 15. Aurora, the sack, and they will stall out there. Great job by the Browns defense. And a sack by Von Miller. 3rd and 11, and they cannot pick it up. So 4-minute drill-ish here. Another penalty going to set Pittsburgh back. Another penalty. 3rd and 10 at the 2-minute warning. They do not get it, and they punt down to the 4. So defense is holding strong here to start this game. Browns get the ball first. And a penalty, and then a first down. Donovan Peoples-Jones yet again. They pick up another first down and touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. So that's 100 yards for him on the day, probably. Steelers looking to answer. 3rd and 2, and they do not get it. They don't get the 4th down either, so the Browns looking to run away with the game. They cannot execute. Steelers offense has got to get something rolling here. And another big penalty, this one Jordan Brooks. So a 1st and goal for Pittsburgh, start of the 4th quarter, and touchdown to Zay Flowers. They do answer, 14 all, and they're going the wrong way, 3rd and 22, or 3rd and 32. They do not pick it up. Steelers will have a chance to take the lead. They have not had the lead at all today, and they will not start getting it there. And 3 and out by the Browns. Steelers got to go the length of the field this time, and they are moving it well to start. 3rd and 10 after a sack, and they pick it up, so they're able to overcome their continual miscues. 2-minute warning hit. 3rd and 2 at the 30. Jamison Williams, another grab. First down, and, I mean, a minute left, but you know how these teams don't like to manage the clock. It doesn't really matter, I guess, when you watch it, but 14 all. Pittsburgh just needs a field goal to win this game. Inside field goal range. They're going to play action, and you got a man, Evan Ingram, and touchdown Steelers. So they go for the throat right away. The Browns will have a chance to answer. So Cleveland, the game script for them just continues to look familiar. This one is more back and forth throughout, but this is a game the Steelers did not lead until this very point, which is reminiscent of their last 2 weeks, leading the game until late in the 4th quarter. They will have a minute and 2 timeouts to essentially try and get the game back, and they will start backed up on their own 15-yard line after a holding call. 17-yard line. So that's how they start. They got to go 83 yards in a minute with 2 timeouts. Out wide, and oh man, almost intercepted Jair Alexander in coverage. And oh man, it's Ted McMillan just wasn't ready for the ball. Threw right off his helmet. 3rd and 10. And pressure comes, he completes it. There's a flag, it says on Cleveland, but I mean very likely a roughing. Oh, a hold on Cleveland, so it wasn't a roughing. I thought the timing made it a holding, or a roughing I mean, but a 3rd and 18. They wipe out the first down conversion. You do still get 2 downs to do it, but they have not moved in the right direction. Cam's going to try to run for it, and he's got room, but he is going to get tracked down quickly. Jair Alexander gets to him. A 4th and 11. They do save the timeout. They need a chunk play. He's going for it. And caught down to the 42-yard line. A huge throw by Cam Ward. 24 seconds left at the 42-yard line, so they get half of it made up there. They have 1 timeout remaining. And complete. Last timeout called here. 19 seconds remain. You need a 30-yard chunk. Get up to the ball quick. I mean, get out of bounds would be great too, of course. And Cam's going to run for it, and he's going to get tackled short. They're going to give TJ a sack on that. I don't necessarily think that's fair, but can they get up to the ball? They will. They'll have one last play, going to shoot the Hail Mary on 4th and 2. Um, they are in the Hail Mary formation, so this will be it. Into the end zone it goes. And incomplete, almost reeled in, but Pittsburgh will win a 21-14 game. Not the excitement we were hoping for in our first stat game, but Cleveland, they have been fighting, man, but they cannot get that first victory of the season. Um, just, again, I mean, if we track their time leading, like, in these games, especially this last 3 weeks, like, they probably only be trailing for a total, like, 6 minutes in the end, but unfortunately, they're trailing the wrong 6 minutes. But great fight out of them. An awesome throw by Cam to give him a real shot. Great game for him, too, against the defense that was best in the league in yards and points. Or not quite points, but pretty close to. But, I mean, he comes out in balls today. They are going to be getting Rashee Rice back after this game, so that's going to be a huge boost to them. Dak has a strong first game as a Steeler. Henry gets 50 yards. Chubb, I mean, they need more out of him. Hopefully, getting more weapons back will help open things up for them. Downfield Jones, only 79 yards. I feel like I saw 3 28-yard grabs out of him. So I guess I just remember the one. But obviously, good game for him. Raymond injured. That probably doesn't help our team very much. Fuck. Our ability to move the ball. Yeah. Jordan Brooks, busy. Epps forced a fumble, was not recovered. That'll do it. See you next game. The monsoon season in the ACFL continues here in Tampa. Bucks play host to the Niners, and we'll see who can come out on top in these conditions. The Bucks starting off with a good drive. They have been scrappy all year. Looking to get one over on another team that is favored coming into this game as they get to a 1st-and-goal on Genty run and touchdown. Noah Brown catches it from Tyler Show. San Francisco takes a big sack. Kenneth Grant getting in there and another sack. Dalvin Tomlinson, and they get a penalty, sorry. So great job by this Bucks defense pushing them all the way back. They get good field position for their offense, but then an interception by Fred Warner negates all that. 3rd and 10, and a touchdown, Zacchaeus, 48 yards. So they play excellent defense for 6 snaps, if you count the penalty, I guess, of the snap, and then have a coverage bust and allow the touchdown. So Bucks offense going to have to answer, and they are so far down inside the 35, and another interception. Cole Bishop at the 33 returns it out. And another long touchdown. Charbonnet, 51 yards. So just like that, the game turns on the head. But it's back. Ashton Genty makes a monster play, 70-yard touchdown run. Tampa swinging right back. A unlikely shootout between these teams, but a shootout nonetheless. And another interception. Fred Warner's second of the day. Short field for the Niners. They get a first down to the red zone. 2nd and 2. And touchdown. George Kittle. Finally a normal distance touchdown for the Niners. Bucks once again on the back foot. Bosa the sack. And they do not get the first down. So they punt it back. Niners still haven't called their timeout. If I jump in, they might call the timeout. They might not. They did call the timeout. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. They didn't try to, but they got a 24-14 game. Scoring off all 3 turnovers so far. They have not scored in any other context. Dalvin Thompson, another sack. No, they're about to score in a different context. Short punch. And touchdown, Charbonnet. So, 2 touchdowns on the day for him. And the Bucks will stall it. So, I guess ran out of gas a little bit here in this game. Put up a good fight early, but they just could not weather the storm of these 3 turnovers in a row by Show. So, and they get 4 turnovers. Lattimore gets in on the party. And, yep, we're looking at, Blowout City, Luke Lachey, my GOAT. Nice 4th down conversion to Godwin. 1st and goal. And touchdown. Noah Brown is 2nd of the day. They get the 2-point. They get the stop. They're just out of time. 3rd and 14. They get into the end zone. Gesicki, 18-yard touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. All right. We'll watch the onside. Oh, I thought maybe he was going to roll past that guy. All right. Well, it was interesting, but in the end, San Francisco does fall on it. Great fight by Tampa yet again. But in the end, it just isn't enough. I mean, this Bucs team, they are scrappy, no doubt about it. They overcame 4 turnovers. All of them were scored touchdowns off of. That's a 28-point swing in this game, and they still brought it back to within a score. So they fought hard. It was a lot of covering at the end. 4 interceptions from show. It's just tough to deal with. Obviously, Rodgers very good at taking advantage of these turnovers, but Genty, actually 70-yard run, boosted the stats a bit. Noah Brown, a big game. Just a big game for the secondary for the Niners. But that'll do it. Great fight, but Niners do more or less cruise to victory here, dominating the middle of this game, and just almost lost it at the end. We'll see you guys in the next one. All right, New Orleans playing host to New England. The Saints finally getting Kyler Murray back, only managing 1 win in the games he missed, including the second half of his first start of the season where he gets hurt in. So they are very happy to have him back. Hopefully they can get back on track as what looked to be potentially a top 5 offense. And, well, I guess they're on track. Jamar Chase, 75-yard touchdown. New England, though, storming back up, then a penalty. 3rd and 5, they get the first down. Dart looking great on his second drive of the day. 3rd and 1, and into the end zone they go. Bateman the grab. Jackson Dart looking strong. And the Saints moving the ball. Penalty getting them down into Patriots territory. 3rd and 3, and a touchdown, Michael Carter. And the Saints do get the stop. Dart has to throw it away on 3rd down. So we'll see if the Saints can put up more points. And a 3rd-and-8 conversion to Jamar Chase, 27 yards. That puts him over 100 if at least those 2 grabs were done on the same number they're supposed to. And they get the stop. Carter stuff. Will he go for field goal or go for it all? Field goal it is. 10-point lead. And stalled out quick. A 2-minute drill for the Saints. As a 2-minute warning hit. An interception by Marshawn Nealon, the pass rusher, fools them and gets back in coverage. Patriots a chance to make it a 1-score game, 4th and 1, and they do get the kickoff. So, a 17-10 game at half here. I don't think the Saints have any timeouts, but let's, just in case. Yeah, they don't. Okay. I didn't think so, but I was like, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who knows? So, all right, 17-10. I believe that the Saints get the ball, so good opportunity for them to push their lead back to 2 scores as they do march right down the field. And a touchdown. Jamar Chase is 2nd of the day. He's got to be happy to see Kyler back. Fantasy owners are certainly happy to see Kyler back. I'd love for this sort of thing to happen to Jamar Chase going forward with, my boy Joe Flacco. You did have a good week last week, so it's good for your boy. Fantasy team really needed him. I was cursing that number 1 pick again. But stall out that time. Great stuff again on 3rd and short. Basically, the strategy for New England has got to be get them to 3rd and short and make them think they're going to run the ball. But got to go with length of the field here after a great punt. 3rd and 3, and a penalty giving them a 1st down. Kalen Bullock, probably a pass interference, but a sack, or penalty, sorry, by Alt. It doesn't matter. Mecole Hardman, 25 yards in a 3rd and 9, and they can't get this one. some great plays to pick up these first downs, but that one's going to eventually, wow, lots of penalties, Jesus. So we have 3 penalties, no snaps so far. Mooney, 21 yards. Sacked by Hamilton, 3rd and 11. Don't get it. Will they kick the field goal from here? They will, and they got it. 53 yards for Borregales. And they pick up the 4th down. Obviously, it's all 4-down territory from here. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, and they pick it up on the ground. Hubbard, nice run. Inside the 30, a sack by Graham, the rookie. 4th and 9, and they get the first down inside the red zone. 3rd and 8, 4th and 11 has got to be it. And they don't get it. So Saints going to just run the clock out, and that will be the game. So big win for the Saints, putting up a good amount of points. Obviously, you got to clean up that one turnover before half. But as they start from Kyle Murray back, put up 361 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. You're happy to see him back. Dart had that one great drive, but outside of that, he did look a little shaky. Been inconsistent early going of his career, but obviously that's acceptable. Jamar Chase, 175 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yep, that'll do. Yeah, I think that's all right. It's a great with 2 sacks. Only McNeil a sack and a half. Neal in the pick. All right, that'll do it. See you in the next game. All right, the Cardinals take their league best offense into Indianapolis, where the Colts are searching for their 2nd win. Cardinals will not be able to make up any ground this week in the division, but still have to keep pace. For the Colts, I mean, they got to play spoiler, and they can play spoiler again this week. And a touchdown, Calvin Ridley, 17 yards. So a hot start, 1 drive, 1 touchdown for them. Colts, they answer though. Jonathan Taylor, 38-yard touchdown run. Colts team, not willing to go quietly. And, they got some talent. Shadur is sitting in bench right now, I think still. Justin Fields, obviously leading them. Points. I don't know how to say that guy's name, but he kicked a long field goal. Justin Fields to Sutton, 28 yards. As another big play, Sutton again down inside the goal to go. Down inside the red zone. Now it's a goal to go. And touchdown Snoop Connor. So maybe something happened to JT, which could be a big thing going forward. And Cam Akers, a 53-yard touchdown run. That's a name I didn't expect to see today. Justin Fields, though, keeping them marching 3rd and 5, and they pick it up yet again. This Colts offense has really found a groove the last couple weeks. As they get into the end zone, Bowers, the touchdown grab, Colts 21-17 lead, and that will be the half. So Arizona in another shootout. Their defense has not quite figured things out, but the good news is their offense is still rolling. Burden, the grab, and 3rd and goal. 4th and goal. Big stop by Menahue. They take the field goal, 21-20. Colts hold on to the lead, and they march once again. So halftime has not slowed down this Colts offense. 1st and goal from the 7, and touchdown Colts. Jonathan Taylor back in. He gets them into the end zone. So time for Arizona to start scoring touchdowns, and they go 3 and out. So not quite doing it. Jonathan Taylor loses 3. 4th and 5, they punt. So start of our 4th quarter, and an interception. Izzy in the pick, and that is going to flip the game in a completely bad direction for Arizona. They're going to go down 2 scores, 2 touchdowns at that. Brock Bowers, 10-yard touchdown, 15-point game, and it's do or die time for Arizona. And down to a 1st and goal. The answer is they do to start us off. Kamara touchdown, go for the extra point. So we do not know if they're going to get the 2-point yet. 3rd and 2, they get the 1st down. 3rd and 8, and they pick it up. Indy's going to win it. Huge win again by the Colts playing spoiler, and they're getting to the point now where they might be playing let's make a run and go into the playoffs. Justin Fields and offense really figured some stuff out. This is a big-time win for them. Just coming in against a red-hot team and taking it to them all game, keeping them on the back foot, and in the end, pulling off the victory. Lawrence was solid, but Fields was excellent today. 2 touchdowns, no picks. Jonathan Taylor, 2 touchdowns on the ground, 87 yards. Obviously, did get a touchdown poached from him. Calvin Ridley, 118 yards. Burden gets 81, so good for the rookie to get involved more. Is he in the pick? That ends up being the big play of the day. It gives them the two-score lead they need, and that will do it for us here. So Colts win at home, and Arizona a notch down, but I think they're still in that playoff picture for next week as far as it sits. So not a devastating loss, but definitely is going to sting a little bit. We'll see you in the next game. All right. Well, Acorn had a vision the Packers will topple the Bengals. Let's see if that vision comes true. You're gonna need Jordan Love to not put up like a 15 passer rating like he's done in a lot of these games. Not a great start for the old not 15 passer rating gang, but they do get the 3-and-out. Danielle Hunter the sack, um, and a penalty, but I guess it was declined. I don't know. And the Bengals march, so they put up the first points of the day. Josh Jacobs a touchdown grab, and a hot start though. Jack Besh gets them past midfield, and then they're going backwards like they like to do. They get the first down. Dobbs 12 yards, 3rd and 7, and they don't pick it up. Will they go for it? They do go for. Oh, they don't go for it. It gets blocked. So the field goal woes of the ACFL has come back here in week number 6. And touchdown Bengals. So I have a feeling that Acorn's vision may have been a bit blurry. A little bit. But who knows? Maybe he foresees a major comeback. Not great start to the comeback. Um, all right, let's jump in because they only have one timeout and they are in field goal range. Let's see if they actually try and do something about it. Okay, so classic. We're gonna snap with 6 seconds left. No, we're gonna snap it with 2 seconds left. Just should have called timeout. They will not score anything unless he continues to run. So, all right, we don't score. All right, 14-0 lead at half for Cincinnati. They get the ball to start the half as well. They do end up punting, so the door is as open as before for the Packers, but they don't get out of their own way. At any point have they gotten out of their own way. They'll get a couple of decent plays, and they'll get a 15 yards and penalties, and then they're out of the drive. So this one, they just took a sack on 3rd down. Norman Lott, another sack. So the offense just cannot really muster anything. The defense is playing great, but it's just the offense. He's shooting themselves in the foot. Look at this. Sack. 2nd and short. Another sack. So they just, they needed to start going for that, but I guess there's no chance from that distance. So 4th and 2. They do not go for it. Don't feel the need. Packers got to get a big play into the end zone here before the 2-minute. And they don't get it. Sacked a couple times in a row again. So, yeah, the vision was blurry. 14-0 win for Cincinnati. A great defensive game for the Packers, but Jordan Love putting up a brutal performance. Probably more the sacks than anything because he doesn't have a horrible passer rate. He doesn't throw a pick. Burrow, solid day. Not a terribly efficient day, but he does at least not turn it over. Neither team could really run the ball that well. Besh had a nice day. Kendrick Bourne obviously as well. He gets a touchdown. Lots of sacks though. Barton, Lucas, Chase Pratt. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of sacks, no doubt about it. But 2.5 for Lott and Hunter. No interceptions, deflections, just a few handful. And the block was by Giles Harris. And that'll do it. So, a shutout here in Green Bay. Bengals win. Pretty convincing, but not a great game for the offense. So, that's rare for them. But we'll catch you in the next game. Alright, here we are in Kansas City. The Chiefs playing host to the Lions. Both teams could just really use this win. Lions have been a little up and down as of late. They're starting to turn it around a little bit. And a 44-yard touchdown run for Kenneth Walker, who does get injured on the play. I feel like this happened last year where he had a touchdown and got injured. Anyway, touchdown them get it started. In Kansas City at 3-2, looking to take hold of their division. So we'll see if they can manage to do so. Tyreek Hill back there, back to full strength. I mean, these teams been intertwined throughout their ACFL history. In large part due to that man, Tyreek Hill, as Camp Scattaboo getting into the end zone for a touchdown. They pick up the third and fourth. So yeah, intertwined because of the trades they made between them. And now on the other side, everyone's basically returned to their original positions. And we'll see if that's enough to swing this game in Kansas City's favor, or if Detroit can get one over on the team they just got a pick from for Tyreek Hill. And going backwards, they do still get points. So 10-7 lead for Detroit. Third and 17, they don't pick it up. A sack by Levi on Ruzurike. And a penalty by Jonah Williams kicks them back. A third and 11, and they still pick it up. Great job to overcome the penalty. They're in field goal range yet again. Third and 10 after another negative play, but they do get another field goal. So 2-minute warning coming up here for the Chiefs as they look to get this game back in their favor. And they do. Tyreek Hill, 40-yard touchdown with 22 seconds left. Big time play. They start with the ball, a 2-for-1 opportunity that they will not capitalize on. Lions have to go the whole length of the field. They do get out of the end zone at the very least. And a penalty going to get them just to midfield, and then Debo going to cross them there. Third and inches at the 25. An interception. Peyton Wilson flips the game back on its head. It was looking like it was going to go advantage Lions, but in the end, Chiefs maintain the small advantage. Third and 1, and they don't get it. Monungai is stuffed. Third and 6, and they stall out. And what a return as well. 22-yard return by Debo Samuel. And they don't get much, but they get the lead back, so they avoid the turnover they had last time in that area. A quick 3-and-out by Kansas City, and a false start while we're at it. A penalty down to the 1, which is not technically speaking possible. And it doesn't. Oh, a fumble recovered, so another turnover, and that means that they're going to basically get a touchdown for free, and they do. So the Chiefs, Scattaboo, his second touchdown of the day, and yeah, devastating blow. 2 turnovers, costing Detroit the game so far. And they allow a third and 19 with the game on the line, and it's over. Kansas City will win this one. They managed to execute down the stretch, and Kansas City flips it around on Detroit. A loss Detroit probably could not afford. Turnovers being the story for them, unfortunately. They really controlled the game throughout, but it didn't matter. When you throw a pick and you have a fumble. I don't even know who Martin Robinson is, but he's the one who fumbled the game away at the end. It's kind of not a great day on the ground, but does get a touchdown through the air as well. Tyreek over 100 yards. Jonah Williams allows 3 sacks. Tyree Wilson getting 2 of them. Peyton Wilson, the interception. Edge Cooper forces and recovers the fumble. No blocks, no safeties, and no touchdowns. So that'll do it. Kansas City, another win. They get to 4-2. Detroit still searching for some answers. We'll see you guys in the next game. Got my math right. I just need to average exactly 4 minutes per broadcast here. So we may go a little faster to make sure if I need to jump into something, I can have some leeway. But Buffalo at 5-0, looking to keep their undefeated season going. Atlanta needing a win to hold on to the division lead. Technically speaking, it's down to tiebreaker because they are, against a team that's 2-2-1, so they have one extra game to get to 500. They're at 500. If they win this week, they will be the division leader. So that's what they got at stake. Taking control of a division that is shaping up to be pretty competitive, but not with a ton of wins. As Atlanta looking to strike first and score our first points midway through our second quarter. First and goal and touchdown. Gerald Everett gets the touchdown grab. So let's see if Buffalo can get that offense moving. They cannot. The Atlanta defense been suffocating so far today. Just no real movement. And the Bills haven't been too much worse for their part, but and a penalty. We're going to jump in because they're not going to manage this clock. It was a penalty, but they're still moving the clock. Not sure how that's possible, but snap the ball quick. Quick. Snap it. Fuck, kill me. Please kill me. Just call a timeout. anything other than this. They had 17 seconds to snap the ball from when the guys were all lined up, and they did not snap it until 5 seconds left. So they waste a drive, some points at the very least, but they are marching now, so at least they got momentum out of it. But now, instead of being down by 1, they're down by 4. Falcons go 3 and out. So the Bills looking to keep things moving. They get into field goal range-ish. The kick is good, so that could have been for the lead. Instead, it's down by 1. Atlanta looking to make a bigger lead now. 3rd and 4, and they get stuffed. It's going to be a long kick from here, and they hit it. 53-yarder. An absolute strike, and that's going to be the wrong way to go. This Falcons defense has been awesome today. Not a lot of bend anyway, but they haven't broken either. 3rd and 19. They don't pick it up. 3 minutes for the Bills. 2-minute warning hit. We're on good time at the very least. All right, we got to jump in. A minute left. They have all their timeouts. There's simply no way that this game should go down like that, but we'll see if it does. And got an open receiver down to the 25. So not been a great day for this offense, but they did get a strike there. I think that was Thielen potentially. I didn't catch the number though. And Brian Thomas Jr. down to the 13. Timeout Buffalo. A little too aggressive on the timeout, so we may have to watch a Falcons drive on the other end. But obviously, I mean, as bad as this game's been, you want to maximize your opportunities. And they call a timeout after that? I don't know why on earth they would have done that. You call a run play, you're definitely thinking let the clock run a little bit. So to panic and call a timeout is just dumb as shit. But and BTJ, a touchdown. So Buffalo finally gets their first touchdown of the day. They leave tons of time for Atlanta. Oh, wow. That was a rough snap in a rough hole, but it is good. 3-point lead for the Bills. Oh, and what a return. Houdini's out of it, and he gets down to the 44-yard line, so they don't even have to go that far. I definitely wish they had that 30 seconds or so that they could have wasted not using that timeout, huh? All right, time for this Bills defense to make another stop. And just quick out of bounds. It's something at least. They don't have to get very far to tie this game up. But I think this probably shoots our... Yeah. No chance of getting this all in one recap. Thank you to this teams for being unable to manage the clock in any meaningful way. It's all right. We got a good game on our hands. This is the field goal range line, and they get it. So field goal looking certain for the Falcons as long as they don't fuck up majorly, which, I mean, they could very well fuck up. Oh, man. Maybe it's going to be the Bills fucking up majorly. Oh, they just kick it early? I guess it doesn't really matter. But kick from 28 yards. It's good. So Atlanta will tie things up. We are going to overtime. Buffalo with the ball first. And, I was going to say back to their usually scheduling doing nothing, but, never mind. Trent McDuffie, the pick. This is game over. They won it. Atlanta gets the win at home. So, big time win for the Falcons, 16-13. Thanks in large part to Buffalo not managing the clock at all and a huge return. But, I mean, at the end of the day, they played better throughout the game, so they did deserve the win, even if they did need the turnover to do it at the end. Lots of sacks all around. Jesus. Rough day to be a quarterback. Trent McDuffie, the pick. And the Bills have been toppled. So I guess Acorn saw a vision of one of the undefeated teams being toppled by a 2-win team. He just was not sure which one. We'll see you guys in the next game. That will be an island recap. I might do it live. We'll see what I decide. I decided that I'm going to put this as a sort of short film at the beginning of our final game as we start off with an interception by Javon Holland. So we're not going to get a lot of time for preamble, I guess. But this is going to be a little bit of a snippet at the beginning of our actual full game Cowboys-Panthers. So for those of you tuning in for that game, hello. We'll be here for about 8 minutes, or a little under that probably. But Washington starts off 7-0 game. Think of it as bonus football. You know, you came here, you're eating your popcorn, you got your drink, and you're sitting here watching the previews, and all of a sudden, it's a fumble recovered by Wilcron Smith. Bears getting their turnover, getting right back in business. Unfortunately, their business is getting blocked on a punt, and their punter getting hurt, and so the Commanders, off another defense special teams play, are looking to put up more points. Washington, the team to beat in the NFL right now. I mean, they'll get an extra point blocked. But 13-0 game. Shoot. Commies. Listen, kids, this is important. I need you to remember this, okay? Most of these short stories have a message to them. This one is communism is good, okay? Just remember that. 4th and 4, and they decide to punt. Something the Bears may not have the option of doing. 3rd and 3. They get inside the 50, but then a penalty knocks them back. 3rd and 9. They don't get it. Do they get a chance at a field goal from here? It doesn't even matter, I guess. So, all right. And a good punt. Oh, never mind. Touchback. Sorry. It was a full bar. I didn't see where it went. Juwan Jennings, 27 yards, 3rd and 5. 4th and 4. Will they punt? They don't. Okay, so they may realize that they cannot punt. So I'd like to go for it. It just didn't work out. Commanders 1st-and-goal after the penalty and a touchdown. Christian Watson, a 20-3 lead. And the Bears now firmly with their backs against the wall, and a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk makes it a 10, make it an 11-point game. Oh, shoot. Commanders looking to push their lead further, 3rd and 5, and they get it to the 40. Trey Palmer, and a first down to the 30, but then a sack. Michael Williams, and another sack. James Houston, and another sack. Cameron Thomas. So 3 straight sacks. They force the punt. Clutch by the defense, and they pick up the 4th and 5. Dalton Kincaid. Need to score quick. 3rd and 17. 4th and 6. And they don't get it, just shy of the line to gain. So Commanders just looking to run the game out, which they have done a great job of so far on this drive. And that'll be it. So a 20-9 victory for the Commanders. Bears might be looking for a new punter, but it didn't end up really being the difference in the game just because they got kind of routed throughout. Jameis, another great game. Also running the ball a lot. Good for him. Got a broken tackle. Kincaid leads the way in yards. Chris Johnson does allow 2 sacks. Michael Williams credited with a half sack. Javon Holland, that first play pick, kind of flipping the game on its head. Forced fumble by Campbell and Roquan Smith. Roquan recovers it. It's Campbell and Joseph Day, the blocks. Campbell being on the punt. That ends up being a big turnaround events for them. And they'll do it. Washington, big win. We'll see you guys in our next game, Cowboys versus